Hello YouTube, I have Stone here. We're gonna continue the walkthrough of Thief the Middle Age, Life of the Party, Part 2, the Mechanist Tower Angel Watch. As usual, this is played on Expert. I just want to thank all the people who in the first hours that I uploaded the first part of this video, there was this big outpouring of comments and likes. Thank you, it is appreciated. I'm thinking that going forward, we won't be seeing this format of a level broken into two pieces again. I don't like it. It's going to make for some long processing time, especially since these later levels of Thief 2 they're longer, so the video processing time may well take 2 days to complete on. I have a gaming video card. I don't have a developer card, but it's worth the wait. So with that, we are going to jump right in. Okay, so let's go down this ladder here to the right, and we'll go across this rooftop. Vault right up onto the building, go through this hatch.
That wasn't so tough. Maybe tower security isn't as tight as I thought.
Or maybe it is. Okay, so we're in this duct system. Off here to the right, you see that there's that passage leading up. But to start, we're just gonna go straight, and then here on the right we're going to come out on what is the second floor. But we're going to make a lot of use of that duct system to get from one level to the next. There's
what noise there? Softly called.
Priest there. We have a mechanist on roaming patrol, and a large child of Karis. Let's go in here first. There's items to be collected. Just go through. There's plenty of out-of-the-way spots. Angel Watch itself is every bit as complicated and detailed as the Thieves' Highway. At least in terms of your perception as you play it, this is just a gargantuan level, an odyssey of a mission. Thief really creates a wonderful sense of being in a place. You can get this far back into all these storage rooms. Even the Tower of the Future has a wine cellar for us to raid. I try not to carry too much on me, because if I have to cycle through to get to flash bombs quickly, having stuff gets in the way. Now this is friend Vilnia's bedroom. We're going to be hearing a lot about her in this level. In just a bit here. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go down to the first level using the other way of getting around. That's this elevator. You have to be quiet. The noise of it operating won't make people upset, but if you walk loudly onto it, that will. Now, we're going to have a large builder's child come through here. We're going to take it out. We have an objective over to the left, and we have loot in the hallway beyond the central shaft to the right. Those two objectives in mind, it's worth our while to take this guy out.
Paris is the mouthpiece of the builder. His word is truth, his voice is...
And we're going to take this guy out because he's guarding loot that we want to get at. As I've said, you want to come out of this level a rich thief. You want to be able to outfit yourself very well for the next mission, Precious Cargo. This is the central shaft of the tower. We're going to be heading up there. Now, one of the primary goals of this mission are the wax cylinder machines, the phonographs.
Message number 1 of 6.
Is this functioning? Oh, my good guest. Welcome to Angel Watch. I have gathered you here, citizens of exceptional breeding, for a fine and festive evening. The builder's work never ceases. Thus I am not able to attend in person, but I am present in heart and voice, as you can plainly hear. Franvilia will be your host in my absence. Now, our evening together begins.
So, Karras doesn't even show up for his own party.
So among other things, we have to listen to the other 5. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to head up this ramp, and this is going to let us get back up onto the second level more quietly. Just duck down under this, then jump up here. You can hear the builder's child up there. This is a bit hazardous. We have shadows to hide in. See the visibility gem?
Speak, friend. Hast thou noticed trouble? The wind is
She's on
restless
roaming
this night.
patrol. Okay, so the next phonograph is in the chapel.
It's that shadow move.
He's suspicious, so we're gonna knock him out.
There's just a moss in my eyes.
There's loot, and there's a phonograph. But we're not gonna rush in. So here she comes, but we don't know when she's gonna turn because we haven't seen her over here before. So we'll set up the takedown with the moss arrow. We've got to get past that clanky metal to get to him. We hadn't seen her circuit, so we didn't know when she was gonna turn. Here she comes.
For the builder's sake, what was that? 'Twas probably nothing.
And now go for him. Never forget to slow it down and line our pockets. Go for the safe. Now, could we have spared knocking her out and just knocked the Mechanist priest out and got those lights off and had her walk by on roaming patrol and not notice anything had gone wrong? Probably. But we might have been caught red-handed. We also might have been caught red-handed disposing of his body.
Message number 3 of 6.
Lords and ladies, behold the Builder's Chapel. It is here we reflect upon the Builder's great plan. The servants I am giving thee are examples of our strivings towards his ideals. Before they were servants, the souls behind the masks were lost and unproductive. Now they are models of efficiency. Alas, if only I could be there to share with thee the wonder of this moment. But I digress. On with the tour.
Onward we go. 2 down, 4 to go. And we took out that torch just so his visual acuity would be lower because we were in the shadows. So now we're gonna make use of the air shaft in here, ventilation. And we're gonna go up to the 3rd level. Now there's plenty of... There are guards on roaming patrol. A fair number of them. But there's plenty of cover, plenty of shadows, plenty of corners. Some dead ends, some rooms with nothing in them, but there's loot to be had on the 3rd through the 5th floor.
Who's there? Is someone back there?
Now that door didn't close all the way it was supposed to. I didn't get out of its way soon enough, but at least with unarmed civilians, if you don't have cover to knock them out before they realize what's going on, you just get a door closed. 9 times out of 10, any guards nearby aren't going to hear anything. Of course, that door failed to close all the way, but... And we're going to thin the ranks a bit. But we're not going to rush into doing so. Again, they gave us the blackjack for a reason. We could have blackjacked him just now, but we might have had to go out of the shadow to get him into the shadow, and we didn't know how far behind him the other person was. Oh! These roaming patrols, you can't memorize the sequence because the gameplay is so emergent. No 2 loads of the same level are ever the same. you can't really know how far behind him the next guard is or isn't. So you just, as I've been saying like a broken record, don't rush, slow it down. Slow gameplay.
What's that? Speak.
Alright, she doesn't have anything on her. There's no reason to
But a
knock her out.
breeze and nothing more.
Let's close the door so she doesn't see the knocked out mechanist. I took them both down because, as you see, we have limited moss arrows and a lot of loud metal in here. And it's also as bright as the sun.
Message number 5 of 6.
The builder created beauty to bring us joy, for the joyful of spirit work the longest. And in this gallery we find beauty. Fine guest, thou surely have precious works of art in thy home. Here too the servants are of use. They are completely trustworthy. At first hint of trouble, they will call for the nearest guard. Take some time to appreciate our gallery, then Vilnia will escort you to the ballroom.
Now, you could have dropped a moss arrow, set that record going, and hid from the roamers out on that balcony while you listened to it, and then you wouldn't have had to knock anybody out on this level. But there's guards out there too. This is the library. We got that guy. He's armed. He's facing the books.
Burns away the writhing jungle that lies beyond the house of Camus.
And we have another record player up here. Second floor of the library. Now there's shadows to go up here.
Forge thou not the hammer, but be fortified with the builder's knowledge, and let then the higher things be wrought. Then
Good Lord! A corpse!
Now,
the saplings did so unnatural prance.
I could have gone over there,
Most
put a moss arrow on this big
did
black
falter and take flight.
obsidian thing here and jumped across the stairwell
Raise us up against them.
from one side to the next, landed behind this bookshelf here, activated the record, and not had to knock either of them out. Assuming I landed quietly, assuming I made the jump, it'd have been a big clang. If I didn't, these two would have ran around screaming, and that guard would have come looking.
Message number 2 of 6.
Greetings again, guests. I pray your spirits do not suffer from my absence. I present to each a gift. The most wondrous yet of my innovations. A living worker suited to all household tasks. Ready always to perform your bidding. I call them the servants. The servant knows not how to lade or gossip. The servant knows only how to tirelessly perform thy will, be it cooking, cleaning, or gardening. Please accept them with my gratitude. But the tour continues. Pray do follow Vilnia once again.
Be it cooking, or cleaning, or gardening. So I could have come over here, used a moss arrow, jumped across, and not had to knock the two of them out. I am not the type of player by any means who will knock out an entire level. I don't have any hang up against knocking people out, but I'm just suggesting alternatives.
That's the point, Margaret. Now they will be happy.
To serve the nobility is the highest privilege in life, of course. But slavery is just so distasteful.
No. Not slaves, Margaret. Servants. You heard Mr. Karras. But why argue semantics? Before this, they were raving lunatics. Have you ever seen a lunatic prepare a stew? Or sweep a stable? Not a pretty sight, one can be sure of that.
Oh, Christopher, you're such a card. Oh, Karis did say the servants could garden. I wonder if they can plant azaleas or roses. We could use them to trim the lilac bushes as well.
You see, my dear, the servants can truly make you happy. Could there be a more noble purpose in life?
Oh, Christopher, stop. Who's guards? The Reapers work. Guards!
Well, how I got out of that without this small builder's child crying holy hell is beyond me, but they were blocking him, so he just obliviously went on his merry way. He didn't seem to see them. Then again, he wasn't looking. His eye was closed. That was... I'm lucky to still be standing here. Again, a different load of this level, that same situation would have ended very differently. There's a lot of guards here. A lot of acolytes. Mechanist acolytes. Uh-oh. Did you hear that? We got a problem. So the clang against the door was a blunder. It looks like neither of the guards heard me and came a-running. That's just dumb luck. I guess it must have been the servant and the noblewoman I knocked out in the library. She must have seen them somehow. Alright, now, you see that? There's a crossbow woman out there. And there's stuff to be had in here. So close the door and pick our locks. I like to think I strike a halfway decent balance between knocking people out and not knocking people out. You know, it's a tool, you're supposed to use it. But I do not knock entire levels out.
That was a noise I heard.
I always leave people aplenty roaming around looking for me. A situation like this is exactly when the scouting orb justifies its existence, because again, spending too much time trying to discern a pattern or a rhythm to the guard's movements. Yes, you need to do it, but you can spend too much time playing with that. Like, you know, when you've played these levels a certain number of times, sometimes you just need to go for it. You know, is it clear or isn't it? If it's clear, off you go. Okay, so because of the way Fraps works, you can't see it, but what I'm doing right now is I'm reading the scripture passage, which is one of the goals of this level. It's a mission critical reading. As I've said elsewhere, I do not cover readings, the written materials in the game in this walkthrough of mine. It was like that. It's always been like that for my walkthroughs. It's just an idiosyncrasy. There are other people who include the writings. Some of the mission critical readings I include. But this is generally speaking a walkthrough in real time. But I had to read the scripture passage. That was one of the goals. I'll also mention it now here because of the way Fraps is reacting to the Steam version of Thief the Metal Age. It does not, and I'll, if I'm able to get it to work again, I will,
And Kara spake, saying,
I'll do it again, but
and you are the cogs.
I'm going to need a new
Without the gear, the cogs
frame grabber to get the goals and stats anymore because Fraps doesn't seem to like the screens from Thief 2 on the Steam version. I have another program I can try. I can still get video from the Steam version and audio, but I can't get the goals and objective screens using Fraps. I'm working on the problem, though.
If there be a heretic. Hello?
We don't...
By Karis. I swear I thought there was something amiss.
It doesn't really seem like it was necessary to knock her out. We're going to go to level 5. Okay, so we have a noblewoman going to the right, we have a servant over there, and we have another servant coming in and going out. And it's just going to speed things up dramatically if we don't have to worry about upsetting this poor unfortunate servant. Now there's a lot of stuff on this 5th floor. There's a lot of equipment designed to help, I guess, with getting you back out of the tower and back to the bell tower, which is where the mission ends. There's some loot. Things can get hairy up here, though. The guards that are here are all mashed together in a pretty tight proximity around Karis's office, Father Karis's office. And bring one down on you, and you've probably brought them all down. You can have a lot of muscle chasing you in a very small amount of space very quickly. And again, there's plenty of civilians to get upset.
What's that? Speak.
See?
Guess it was nothing.
Let's take care of this.
Message number 4 of 6.
Privilege guest. I trust you will enjoy this feast presented by the servants I have given you. Imagine, a short while ago these servants were confined to an asylum, mentally feeble. They were of no use to anyone. Now they are safe and productive. Now they know happiness. Would that I could be with you tonight, for the servants make excellent cooks. After you dine, friend Vilnia will guide thee on to the gallery.
A little bit of a violent mood swing there. carrots. This room is just jammed full of noble people. Coming in, going out. And mechanists coming and going. Now, that guy is a static defense. He doesn't go anywhere, so definitely for the purposes of this walkthrough, I'm going to be taking him down.
Who's there?
Now, we have to get him out of here. Is, you know, we need in that office. Okay. Just gotta go down this corridor. Stuff to be done. Did you see that? The button's in his eye. See? You definitely want to get in there. What do we got here? Got another gas arrow. The reason I used it to take him down is because we're going to have to do a little bit of a potentially loud work in this corridor, and he can't be anywhere nearby. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's just take the goodies. That's kind of creepy. Now, there's a key in there that would have got you into the armory, but you'd had to come all the way here to get it. Whereas, using the explosive device, we get ourselves into the armory. Alright, so read this. Healing if we need it. Now we're going to read this scripture passage.
One thing's for sure, this Karras guy has lost his mind.
Now, I don't know where C-3PO's grandnephew came from, but he's annoying. So we have him locked in, but we're locked in too. Those footfalls are pretty creepy. The way he sounds when he runs. Okay, nothing in here. We're closing in on it. Now, let's see what... What you do
What was that?
is you not get caught.
I guess it was nothing.
Really getting on my nerves. Don't want him to catch us.
But a breeze and nothing more.
At this time, we're gonna go up to level 6. I got loud, clanky ceilings up here. Loud, clanky floors up here. There's a small builder's child to our right, 2 civilians to our left, and friend Vilnia by the fireplace. And now directly to our right, the phonograph we want to listen to.
Hello? Did see that too.
The word of Paris compels me. It is by his will alone that I exist.
We need to lower the light level.
Report, friend. Did thou notice anything unsavory?
Message number 6
When I
of
was
6.
informed, Paris took me away from the... It is here that our evening ends. Enjoy the music and dance if thou wilt. On the morrow, when thou dost return home, your servant will be waiting for thee. Yes? They travel on their own. Indeed, on occasion they will leave your homes in response to a device I call the guiding beacon, and return to us for but small adjustments. Upon their return to your homes, better servants they'll be. I apologize yet again for my absence tonight, noble friends. Fare thee well.
I probably should have taken that small builder's child out before playing the phonograph. I'm sorry.
I have heard. I do not know. I do not know. Snapping. I wish you knew.
These are strange times indeed, when the builders chosen must cater to the folly of the unworthy, giving these servants as gifts.
Dost thou doubt the wisdom of Karis? Perhaps he should know of thy insubordination.
Nay, Vilnia. I meant no ill.
Good. Then hold thy tongue and do as ordered. Remember, the servants are but a masterful deception. Master Karis has the ability to control them himself wheresoever he be. In the end, they shall serve the will of the builder.
Ah, yes. the rust gas. It's just that they look so very weak, so unlike weapons.
Yes, they do. The better to serve our purposes. For now, our task is to make these fools happy. So stay thou alert, but remain friendly. I shall be back in due time.
People do psychotic, psychopathic stuff when they join cults. Let's just plan out how we're going to put world-ending super weapons in the homes of rich people and then hum religious happy songs to ourselves on our way out.
Fighting Morgan. Maybe needs taking down a notch.
Now,
See his face when he hears.
is there loot to be had over here?
Who's making
someone
those
there?
noises?
Uh-oh.
These old buildings make too much noise.
Sometimes you can get away with being sloppy.
If I see one rat, I will just scream.
Velvet has gotten so expensive.
Good.
What
I had
it's
not
worth
wanted
it.
to be disturbed.
Even the tradesmen are going about in velvet coats. Hardly.
Maybe they'll
used to.
simmer down.
Who made that
This was
noise?
nothing.
Oof.
Must have been rats. How repulsive.
All right. Let's get the heck out of here. That turns the lights on. Just listen to see if anyone's coming. Go slow down the stairs, you'll build up speed and start hopping and make a lot of noise. See what I mean? Just like that.
Art thou there?
Smooth. Needed her key.
By Karis. I swear I thought there was something amiss.
That was real close. We almost we almost ate a face full of magic gear. At that range, she'd have just reached out her hand and melted my face. I believe something like that happened at the end of my OST of Masks, if memory serves. My OST video of Masks at the end.
What dragonfly flits about? Karis, steal my nerves, for 'twas nothing after all.
That got us in nice and easy. Won't be bothered. Now there was a phonograph over there. Don't press the button. Button is booby-trapped. Set off an alarm. I've shown you the button. For those of you who've played the game before, I'll bet you thought I forgot. I didn't forget. Don't push the button. Not yet. Let's take our time getting there. Alright. Go in here. Drop our mines. Not like that. Like that. This is how I do it. Probably a better way to do this. This is how I'm gonna do it. Uh-huh. My thought is that the mine blast must have turned that off. I was a little surprised to see that in the off position. But if memory serves, they didn't reverse it on us, so... And of course, somebody heard that. She's all upset. That's alright. It's acceptable so that we don't have the whole tower on the lookout for us.
Greetings, Garrett. Thou art expected, though not precisely welcomed. Seem not so surprised. I have anticipated thine arrival, just as I now anticipate thy departure. Art thou a religious man? It is time to say thy prayers. Thy sins will be thine own undoing.
Maybe. Then again, maybe not. We're neither of us amateurs. That's Markham's Isle. That's where we're going next. No alarm. There's the plans. And we are free to go. Without disabling that alarm, we'd have a big blaring alarm everywhere and the entire tower looking for me. As it stands, it sounds like everybody's calmed down from hearing that mine blast. The ones who heard it are probably going to be a little bit twitchy, so we turn the stealth up to max. Also, if that alarm had gone off, you'd have mechanists on the rooftops of the Thieves' Highway on our way back to the bell tower. But we're probably going to have it a lot easier now. Be careful to mount those ladders. It's silly to injure yourself going down this thing. And we are free of this place. Now, we just gotta get back to the bell tower. Goodbye. Adios.
Yeah, we'll have another. Hey!
I've been there.
What the devil is going on?
Someone there? I just saw him. He's around here somewhere.
Yeah. not triggered. We didn't trigger the alarm, so now we don't have mechanists out on the rooftops waiting for us. So, quick like a fish. We're just gonna get
all's quiet.
Trying to go. Now, you remember that passageway with the boxes in the astronomer's attic. When we got the explosive device that allowed us to open the armory door. There's a shortcut that significantly pares down our travel time. What you do, we didn't go here on our way over.
Quit tapping with me, guys.
And we're pissing him off.
I'll find you. I'll find you.
He's not quite sure where we are. It could have been handled better.
Probably
Simmering
just the
down.
sir checking up on things.
That's right. Alright, so he simmered down. That could have got ugly. Just wait till he's totally not facing us. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. Okay. See. I said we'd be back here. And, look how much travel time that cuts down on. We're basically back at the beginning of the level. It's the same thing, just like we did coming out. We're going to slow it down coming through, because there's still no reason to knock this guard out. And as I already said in the first part of the walkthrough of this level, I'm pumped about the next levels. Precious Cargo, Masks, Sabotage at Soulforge, some of my favorite Thief levels. Now we're getting into a real fun part, and I'm able to, say that once we get past that, then it's on to stuff like House of the Widow Moira, Robbing the Cradle. I'm doing Thief 3 the way I want to do it. We're not going to be worrying about chronological order there. We're really not. Now, we're heading away from the exit, and that's just because there's a little nook and cranny over here I care to show you. A little piece of loot I would prefer to get. I'm just going to go past these guys nice and easy. Trying to be decently complete here. This is something which we were over there, we went that way, so now we're going to come over here this way and have a look. But no, I'm totally pumped about what's going to happen next with this walkthrough, and beyond that, what's going to happen with this channel. One little more piece of loot. Every little bit helps. I'm thinking that I will be able to get decently good playback and decently good resolution and frame rate for the third game. I think the computer I have is good to go in that regard. If it isn't, I'm going to be getting another computer which will run Thief 3. Hopefully will run the first two as well, but I know it'll run Thief 3. And if this computer I'm on now presents any issues for a walkthrough of Thief 3, that other computer won't. So, builder willing, I will get the third game done. But I leave the fourth game to the younger generation, to the next group of Thief fans. Okay, up next, Precious Cargo.